Well, greetings, and welcome. Today I'm going to be very as calm as possible because I just got, I just came from another phase of the process, which we call the laser surgery. Yeah, it's kind of more painful than the first one, but nonetheless, based on the progression, based on the progression, my doctor, my specialist advised that yes, I can stream, but no reading, no writing, and make it short. So I wanted to be consistent, and I got this permission. Make sure that I wear the dark glasses. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I'm Dr. Prasad. First off, let me thank the lovely people at the Suriname's Eye Care Hospital there, Dr. G1 and his team and all the others there who continue to show courtesy and professionalism. I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to have such care from such a professional team. They go beyond to make sure that everyone, not just me, everyone, get the best of care in the most humane way possible. All right. Folks, I've said many times that I'm concerned about my country. I'm concerned about Guyanese. I'm concerned about my government. And I'm especially concerned about my president, President Irfaan Ali. It is imperative that I find the motivation, the strength to have my presence felt and known on this platform, because when people like me unfortunately must take a break, it creates a vacuum that attracts uninvited pundits to come and peddle their lies, their fake news, their propaganda, and it's all in favor of the devil, in favor of Azruddin Mohammed and his paid workers, in favor of the PNC and their cronies, but against the Guyanese people. And this is bigger than President Irfaan Ali. This is bigger than the government of Guyana. This is bigger than the People's Progressive Party. This encompasses generations to come. This encompasses the future of our children today and the future of our grandchildren, whoever might be fortunate to have them, and great-grandchildren. This is not about today. President Ali's term would be exhausted in 2030. I would be very happy and blessed if such a man can have an extension to a third term. We have no idea who will replace him. I'm hoping that it's Priyamanik Chan, but let's see what happens. In the meantime, we focus on the issues at hand. I must point out to you, concerned Guyanese, fellow Guyanese. When I say concerned Guyanese, I'm not talking about the idiots who run that page, Concerned Guyanese, on social media, that continues to take pleasure in encouraging insults, encouraging lies, encouraging propaganda, encouraging nasty things from the other side against my person and that of my president and those of the government. I'm talking about those concerned Guyanese. Those people are not concerned Guyanese. They are affecting Guyanese. They are the curse. They are the scorn and the scourge of the Guyanese earth. And they must be ignored. The concerned Guyanese that I'm talking about are the ones who understand their roles and who knows that without the People's Progressive Party's continued leadership, Guyana has no future. You have seen the nonsensical debates in the parliament and I'm talking to the other side. I want to especially bring up a point raised by one of the pundits and the jerks of the PNC, who made a reference to the Soesdijk Linden Highway that was constructed 59 years ago, to be exact, if I'm quoting him correctly, by the then Demon King Forbes Burnham. I want to give him credit for one thing, that is the only significant project that he could have indicated that a PNC had gifted to Guyana for almost 60 years. The PNC held office for 28 years, plus the 5 with Granger. And in that combined period that the PNC existed in governance of Guyana for 28 years, allowed them to return in 2015, 2020, simply because the PPP fell asleep. They fell asleep and they put somebody there that was incompetent, but nonetheless, the combined period of the PNC from in the 28 years of the Demon King Burnham and the 5 years of the grandson of the Demon King Granger, all this the PNC can continue to make reference to that they have done for Guyana is that road, the highway. That's what Guyanese deserved. And look where the highway was done. The highway was done in favor of the people of Linden. No other part of the country benefited from the projects of Forbes Burnham but Linden. That's why he named the place after him. That was the place where he incubated all the people that would do his bidding. And I must remind you that that is a place that has unleashed the worst atrocity against any people since the issue there with the Hitler and the Jews. What do we call it again? When Hitler murdered the Jews, that period is the only time you can compare to what Burnham did to the Indians, starting from Linden. Then you understand to the extent to which our people suffered. But that's all they could have made mention of, the road. So Guyanese, since you are not impressed with the stupidity and the mediocrity of the other side and their arguments in the parliament with the budget, they have nothing substantial. All the claims of Ganesh Mahipal about the local government and the 2025 budget with all these markets that supposedly had to be rehabilitated. Pay attention to what the ministers had to say. The PNC were in government for 5 years. They have had 5 budgets. How did their budget affect the Guyanese people? A matter of fact, their budget was so people-centered that they thought it best to take back the 10,000, the meager 10,000 that the poor Guyanese were getting as Because We Care grant. They took that back. That was how good their budget was. But in the budget we have from the PPP and our president Irfaan Ali, which is indeed people-centered, have continued to expound and have shared the interest and what the president said continually. If the man goes on official visit to any country, he always have to feel the need to come online. Why? Because the man is a president in and out of Guyana. No matter where in the world President Irfaan Ali is, he still is the president. He leads his nation. No one is better to talk about the progress of the government than the president himself, who leads the progress of the government. So when he has to come online and he has to make these live broadcasts, I mean, I welcome it. There are a lot of incompetent people in his cabinet, but the point is, the main thing that we are concerned about as a Guyanese citizen is that we have a competent leader, and he don't sit around and put the pressure on his cabinet or his team to do the work. He leads by example. Every ministry, he is the leader. He is the leader of his government. He's the leader of his party. And he has done that and continues to demonstrate that in every possible way. Most importantly, for Guyanese who invest their emotions, invest their prayers, and sadly, to some extent, their trust in the worst politician, so-called politician to date, Azruddin Mohammed, as Gail Teixeira rightfully pointed out. He boasted on the campaign trail. He's going to donate his salary if he's president. Now he's opposition leader. Just a few thousand less than the salary of the president, but same benefits. Why can't he donate that salary? He's still doing his underground business, appointing somebody else to collect his money. Same dirty business. We have to continue to share the lies from the Mohammed's camp. They lost the case in the High Court. To block the extradition, to block the stay of the case, they lost the case. There is no merit. The judge ruled that there is no merit. They cannot disqualify the Minister of Home Affairs from doing her constitutional duty. So the Mohammeds have to leave. Now they have another defense. The other defense that surfaced today is that he's a psychopath. The man is suffering from psychosis. He's on medication. If you look back at a few of my videos, my live shows, I've mentioned at least on 3 shows that Mohammed is on medication. That was like a month ago. I said he's on medication. He's taking medication for psychosis. Today, it is revealed that he is on medication. And it's for headaches. Where does your thoughts live? In your head, right? If you are a mentalist, if you're a person suffering from a case of psychosis, where does that reside? In your brain. So if he's taking medication for migraines, as he claims, the man is a patient. Okay? He's a deranged individual. Now, where do we stand? What other defense will the Win people and his stupid supporters, what defense will they come with now? Oh, because of the stress of politics, he's getting headaches? No, the headaches that he's getting, or the reason for the headaches that he's having, is that they can't come up with any more lies, any more defense to get him out of getting out of the country. So that is where the headache is coming from. He's studying too much, and because his brain is underdeveloped, he cannot produce any creative thought. That's where his headache comes. Listen to the people that he has on his side fighting for him in the parliament. I haven't catch that part, but did he make his presentation yet? Isn't the leader of the opposition usually the first one to jump on the podium to debate against the ruling party? Have we heard from Azruddin yet? Can somebody enlighten me? Because I'm prohibited from watching television too much, so I'm not up to date. But in the meantime, if he has not, when would he take that stand? And now that he has the claim of a headache and suffering from a headache, then we wouldn't hear from him, would we? We wouldn't hear from him. So this pandit, this other crook, so-called pandit, that ruined Gaisuku, bankrupted Gaisuku, who wanted to give credit to the PNC about sugar, whatever. Like most of the folks recounted, this pandit is the one, a matter of fact, he lost his job because he's an asshole. He lost his job because he was fired from bad performance. I mean, not if it was poor performance, you would understand. But it was terrible. Very, very bad performance. That's why he was fired. Now he's coming in the parliament because of a corrupt organization that he's joined, a cult, headed by the prince of the ghetto. And he's now Mr. Nice Guy, the man who's accountable, trying to lay blame on the PPP for destroying the guys for the Sugar Corporation. There is only one party that has single-handedly destroyed the Guyana Sugar Corporation, and that's the PNC. That's the PNC. The People's Progressive Party Civic understood that sugar built Guyana. The people who struggled and built the sugar industry, they're the ones who built Guyana. Turning your back on the sugar industry is turning your back on the foundation of the party, foundation of the country. The American companies, China, subsidize electric motors in China. People can drive without electric cars, but China heavily subsidized that industry. America subsidized the industry of chip making and all these kinds of stuff. So if Guyana subsidized an industry that has actually built Guyana, what is the problem? The Guyana government should heavily subsidize the sugar industry, the agriculture sector, the rice industry. Guyana's government should be heavily subsidizing these industries. One, because these industries are largely invested with the PPP supporters, so they should not be neglected. Now, I want to say this in capsule before I get off my broadcast for today. And again, please understand that this is not to bring down any people or to promote on other people. I have to lay the facts as they are, not as I see it, but as they are. From my personal experience and from my extensive research, my extensive inclusive learning, academic learning, social learning, I have arrived at the conclusion. One, governance should always and only remain in the hands of the Indo-Guyanese, meaning East Indians of Guyana are the only people who are mentally, spiritually, emotionally equipped to govern the country. The local government election that's coming up, this should not be based on race or party politics. This should be based on competence. This should be based on who can get the job done. Afro-Guyanese, I want you to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Your party, or the party that you aligned with, that you consider your party, controlled Guyana for 32 years. Every level, 32 years. Look at Guyana. Since then, look at Guyana. Look at the time that the PPP took office from the past to the present. You can mirror, you can associate all of the development of Guyana and attribute that only to the time period where the People's Progressive Party governed Guyana, accelerating that progress under President Irfaan Ali. Why is this so? Because, folks, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I am appealing to Guyanese of African descent to let you understand the only way you and your children and your grandchildren can have a future is if the country remains under the governorship, under the stewardship, under the management of Indo-Guyanese. This isn't party anymore. Indo-Guyanese. Whoever your leaders are, I am advocating and I'm encouraging you. Don't select people that looks like you to rule you. Black people can't govern you. They can't rule you. They do not have the mental superiority to do that. You cannot rule by emotions and bullyism. What I'm saying is, let us face the fact. The religious, social, economic, mental, spiritual fact. Our Indo-Guyanese brothers and sisters are the superior race. Therefore, they must always remain in control of governing Guyana politically. They're the only group that has the political width, the political strategy, the political know-how to keep Guyana rising and eventually make Guyana an actual first class or first world country. Only the Indo Guyanese. If I should extend this to a broader area, I will tell you this. Look around the world. Name the country. Pick a country randomly. Randomly pick a country. And look at the people who dominate the academic, technological, scientific sector. Indians, followed by the Chinese, then third, the Caucasians or the Europeans. Around the world, the continent of Africa, the Asian continent, Latin America, you name it, around the world, the people who are at the top of the mental race are the Indians from India or Indian ancestry. It doesn't matter where they are born or what their nationality is. I'm saying Indians dominate brain power. This ain't physical strength. Nobody cares about that. So due to that fact, because Guyana is so important for you Afro-Guyanese and for your children, I want you to think and put your future in the hands of the People's Progressive Party. There is no other Indian party in Guyana. There is only one, meaning that are executively ran or controlled by Indo-Guyanese. There's only one. WIN is not an Indian party. WIN is an African party. WIN is a party that is an offshoot of the PNC. Azruddin Mohammed has been marred, confused, and corrupted by the people that he associates with, namely the Negroes. So I'm saying to you, for your own sake, this is a debatable issue. You cannot prove me wrong in this. You cannot challenge what my claim is. You can't debunk what I'm saying. There's nothing you can bring, no evidence. I'm saying no Caucasian, no Chinese, no African can debunk what I'm saying, that the superior people, the superior race on this planet are the Indians. Nobody can defute that. Nobody. Bring your evidence. Bring your facts. So let's just accept it. What is even more humbling is that you never hear an Indo-Guyanese throw this in your face, or Indian from anywhere. You never hear that. All you hear from the Indians is that we're one, we're brothers, we're God's children, we're this. They always say that. They never exalt themselves. They never promote themselves above anybody else. They never do. I'm saying, I'm the one calling it out. I'm the one making this position. The Indians are the superior race. So in the Guyana context, the Indo-Guyanese, the Guyanese of East Indian descent, are the superior race in Guyana. They are. Followed by the Chinese, then the Europeans or the Portuguese or whatever, and then the blacks. The Amerindians are below the blacks. Challenge me on that, and you shall lose. You want Guyana to continue to progress and to move forward and to exalt. It can only be possible with the People's Progressive Party. Under the governorship of an Indo-Guyanese, be it a woman or a man. Now we have President Irfaan Ali. The next Indo-Guyanese to lead or to follow and to take up the presidential position in Guyana will and must be better than President Ali. Must be. Because every Indian, they like a challenge. Indian people love a challenge. They compete. So the next presidential candidate or the next president of Guyana will prove that he's better than President Ali. Now, if he or she has to prove that they're better than President Irfaan Ali, who benefits? Guyanese benefit. because Guyanese are on the receiving end of all the giants that the People's Progressive Party has produced. Now we are receiving the glory, the amazing work, the gifts, the love, the care, the compassion from our God sent president, Irfaan Ali. He's representing us well, he's promoting us well, he is defending us well, and he is the best man for Afro Guyanese, President Irfaan Ali. I beg you, Guyanese, turn your ears off of Azruddin Mohammed. He is toxic, he is nasty, he is lying, he's a deceitful trickery, and in conclusion, he's a terrible, terrible individual. He's a bad human being. Afro Guyanese, don't invest your emotions and your love for such an evil person. They are racial. Him and his father, they're racial. They're racist. They hate you. They hate you. Everything about you, they hate. They're not Indo-Guyanese. They're something else. They're something else. So the time, despite the discomfort that I'm facing, to show you that I still care about you, the Guyanese people, and to show you that we have to fight with our president. We have to stand with our president and fight with our president, defend our government, use our voices to block all the lies that have been peddled against the best president in the history of Guyana. We have to do that. You see, I am making the sacrifices to show you that I'm with you. All I need you to do to show me that you appreciate this is not to share anything from the Mohammed's page, from the PNC's page. Don't comment on their page. Don't like their videos. Don't share their videos. Do what you need to do. Share the president's broadcast. Comment under the president's page. Promote your country. Speak well of your country. Bless your country. Don't give your energy and your peace to anybody else. God bless the PPP and the followers of the PPP and no one else. Those are the true Guyanese. The people who stand with President Irfaan Ali, the people who stand with the People's Progressive Party are the true Guyanese patriots, and they are the ones who deserve God's blessings. They're the ones who deserve to reap the benefits of the budget. They're the ones who deserve that. So, until next time, this is Uncensored Guyana. Just let me read. Oh, sorry, I can't read your comment, but please comment still. You can still comment. When my eyes are 80 to 100%, I'm going to read it. I'll go back to all the live that I did during the time, and I'm going to read your comments. So make sure you like. I can see the likes, though. I can see the likes. I need to see more than 100 likes. Okay, please. You're generous. Guyanese people, you are generous. You can give a free like. You can give a free comment. You can give a free share. Okay, it's free. Just spoil me with it. Think for a moment that, oh my gosh, he loves us so much that he came on live and they're saying all kinds of nasty things about the things I posted from the hospital and stuff. I mean, yeah, well, the haters will hate. The haters will hate. But I'm happy for your love and your devotion. And I especially want to acknowledge my manager. I want to keep her under the radar because for her family's safety, for her safety, they have been managing my affairs for quite a while. A number of years, actually. A number of years. Their company is based in New York. The firm is based in New York. And I am very happy that they took me on years ago and have been consistently, continuously there. Yeah, it's an Indian company. Well, Indian American, but very religious people. You would think a religious group like that would want to manage a man like me that cuss all the time. But they understand. They understand the content, they understand that it's uncensored, they understand that, and they're flexible. I need to let you understand that everything I do is being professionally streamlined and sorted out. And this amazing individual, yeah, it's a woman. You see, I have nothing against women. I'm like your president, Irfaan Ali. He puts his trust in women. I put my trust in women too. So I can tell you that they're the ones who keep me alive for all these years. And it's a while. Might be 10 years. You never know. But the thing is, I need to acknowledge their input and my Indian brothers, my half brothers, my Indian half brothers in America there that continue to be dedicated and devote their energy, devote their resources to making sure that I stay on message. I have some Indian half brothers in Guyana as well. Yeah, I'm not as rich as they are, but like I said, I look up to the people who are better than me. And the Indo-Guyanese are better than me. I look up to them. I want to be them someday. That's why I'm Indian. You people think this is me politicking or saying loose stuff? No, no, no. Everything I say here is properly thought out. It's scripted. I'm saying exactly how I feel. This ain't no make up stuff or saying stuff because no, 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 no. Everything I say, okay. The doctor told me to be calm. I gotta be calm. I have the deepest admiration for East Indians. Always have. Deepest admiration. And if I had a choice, I would want to come in human form as an Indian. The fact that I come as a Negro and in the Negro skin, I can see the terrible, terrible things Negroes do. You think I want to embrace that? But I'm happy that there is a race of people on earth that continues to bear the light of humanity, continues to live to the example of how humans need to live and to behave. And throughout the world, the people who hold that light of humanity, spiritualism, love, peace, intelligence, genius, are the Indians. The world over. Name the country and the people at the top, academically, economically, spiritually, are the Indians. There I say they are the superior race. In other words, they're better than everybody else. I wish I could take the glass off so you can see my naked eyes when I'm saying that, but I'll keep saying it. So you understand. Well, I don't want to stay too long, so I gotta thank you for your attention and share this video on Facebook. Goodbye now. I hope I can see this.